Hey, everybody. So, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and most of the week I will be doing St. Patrick's Day wreaths. I have a whole bunch of St. Patrick's Day stuff. I don't know if you can see it all out here on the table. So, reason why I'm coming on late tonight because I've kind of been gathering everything so that I won't miss out on anything. And I'll let you see all the stuff I have too. So I have a bunch of stuff. I want to make some swags. I want to make some wreaths, some different wreaths and things. So tonight, I want to time myself again. Already been on for 48 seconds. I want to make a wreath with this sign. So before I get started, please join me on Facebook at Naomi and Me Creations. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Naomi and Me Creations. We really could use the support. We really could use the subscriptions. And please visit my Etsy shop at Naomi and Me Creations. Okay, let's get started. I have a green work form with green ties. And this is what I'm going to be using as ribbon tails. And I was debating on how many layers of mesh or how many colors. So what I want to do is use 3 different meshes, but just one layer around. 30-inch cruffles on the bottom, 20-inch cruffles in the top. And let's just see how that looks. And since the sign has green, white, and gingham, that's what we're going to use. Green, white, and gingham. Okay, let me set this to the side and get right into it. So I've already prepared some paint sticks for some swags, so we can do some of those next week or this week. So we need 3 of these for the bottom. Use my wire cutters to hold it down on that end and my scissors to hold it down on this end. And we're cutting 30. These are bad and the trash. I keep using the bad ones. Here we go. This stuff is so sticky, so I'm wearing green for St. Patrick's Day. Nice and early. So these are for the bottom. And now we'll do wreath at the top. The green isn't going to make it. I can see that right now, but I have some over there. I was going to do 20 inches, but I'm going to do 30 for the top as well. Get a nice clean start with that. One more. And I think that's it if I didn't miscount. I bought some chip clips for the Cruffles today, and I must have left them in the car. Okay, so we're making Cruffles today. And a Cruffle is just a curl and a ruffle. And a curl wreath is just simply a curl. You just curl it up. Not this much, but you just have a curl. Put the curls together, make a curl. And a ruffle is when you take your thumb, place it in the middle, and you pinch up. To create a ruffle. So that's a curl and a ruffle. And so therefore a cruffle is the mixture of both. So to do that, just take the end and you just give it a bend so that it kind of meets the other one, the edge, and maybe go halfway in. And you do the same thing on the other side. Your curl side up, and then you just walk your mesh down the middle. Up to the other side, meet the curl. Make sure you're nice and neat. And then you have a cruffle. Voila! Now we all know how to make a cruffle. And mesh is so sticky. Lately, I've been falling in love with the layered look. Placing one down, placing one on top. But it uses so much mesh, but it's so pretty. But we're not going to do that. I wanted to do it, but I'll do that on my higher end. And this is a high end, but on the higher end wreaths because they cost more. It ends up costing close to $200 when you're using 4 rows of mesh. So I try to make wreaths at all price points. But of course, you get what you pay for, unfortunately. This is going to be so stinking cute already. And how I would have done it, I would have done the gingham all the way around and put white on top and green on top, white on top, green on top, all the way around. In my mind, that's what I would have done. So curl down, start walking it up. And I kind of cheat and just kind of form my curl as I'm walking it up. Mm. I might have to go change my shirt. This stuff is sticking to me. You place your mesh down into your work frame. You want to make sure you push it all the way down to the base. If not, if you need to make any adjustments, just want to come up. The same with your ribbon tails. Push it all the way down to the base. If you don't, it's going to come up. Normally making your cruffles and getting your base of your wreath is pretty fast. What takes long is doing your ribbon tails, doing all the ribbons, and designing the top. But I believe it can go a little bit faster than what I've been doing it. So I'm challenging myself this week. And y'all hold me to it. To increase my time. Working on increasing my time for one, because I see myself getting to the point where I'm having lots of orders and having to come home and make 2 and 3 in a day. And I would love to still want to do it live, but when I'm live and I'm talking, I think I move a little bit slower. I love it when a mesh has print, and especially if you're doing a crumple, because you have a center point to help keep you straight versus a solid color, a little lost. So the bottom layer is done and it's nice and pretty. I'm loving it. Let's jump right into the top layer. So if you ever have a cruffle and you have an end sticking out that you actually want to be into the curl, just go into the other end and pull it back in. That's all you got to do. Excuse me. And the same when you're making curls, you can do the same thing. And it never fails. One of my girls is going to start talking. And I think it's going to be Miss Minnie. And as usual, I let everybody outside. Feed them, make sure they have water. Talk to them, pet them. Love them, hug them, rub them. I'm making sure I keep my pattern going. So that it looks uniform in the end. Green will be the next color, but it'll be putting it next to too many greens. So I'm going to put a white right here. Then I have two big curls for another project. Okay, so here's our base. We should have already prepared the sign, but we didn't. This is a nice big base. I'm gonna try to, I think I'm gonna try to push it in some. It's nice. I'm gonna push it in a little bit if I'm strong enough. Okay. So there's our sign. Let's prepare our sign and then start preparing our bows and our tails. And that was a 16-inch frame. So I thought it was a 14-inch, but it was a 16-inch frame. I need my scissors. Here they are. I'm going to cut that off and try to pull this out so we can just use this staple, if that'll work out. Doesn't look like it's going to work out. I wanted to pull the yarn from under the staple. Excuse me. And then just thread the tie underneath, but it's not going to work out. So we'll just do, excuse me, a tie with each end. I have a little scraper to scrape these stickers and stuff off that they have on here. Because that'll mess you up. Or mess us up. And it looks sloppy if the customer looks behind there. I might just put some ribbon over top of that. Because I don't like this. Anyway, I can't get it all up, but I got enough of it up. Maybe that'll be covered by the wreath. Okay, so we need some bits of material. Yeah, I had some on the floor. They fell on the floor. Okay. The glue gun is already hot. And to do this, we're just gonna even out the ribbon, the tie. Put a couple globs. Put the glue down. Lay your tie in there. Put a glob on top. And put your material right on top. And smash them down so that they can cure and marry and live happily ever after together. Same thing on the other side. Blob of glue on top. Piece of material. Okay. We'll set the sign to the side so that it can dry and cure, so that it can dry and get set. Meanwhile, we'll make our ribbon. So we're going to do ribbon tails. I was going to do 2 sets, but we should do 3 sets. Three sets, 14 inches. So here's board I bought from Dollar Tree to use as 14 inches. And I'm just going to cut 3. Go ahead and even them out. Fold them in half. And along the bend, I'm going to go ahead and cut. Put this up here so we can see. And I'll let the trash fall in here. Even everything up. Fold it in half. And along your bend, you're just going to cut up towards your edges, your corners. And that'll give you a nice dovetail. So with this set, we already have a green. We need to introduce a gold, or what else do we have outside? And Patrick's Day is all about gold and green. We need something gold or brownish that gives us some gold tone. I found something. It's way over here though. Excuse me. So 3 of these as well. And I'll show you another way that you can cut your ribbon too. So you can just slide it out. Fold it in half from here. And then fold it over. And this will cut all 3 at the same time. If the scissors are strong enough to do it. You do it the same way. Cut on the folded edge up towards the corners. Oh, and they were strong enough. And there you have it. It cut all 3 at the same time. And you just have to flip one over. I can't tell which one is which. So that's one set. Slide it off. Bend it in half. Fold it in half the other way. And cut. Fold it in half. And fold it in half. This is not looking good at all. If it's not even, then something's going to be square and janky, funky looking. So that's a lot better. Everything is cut. Take it 3 times. Bend it in half vertically. Then bend it in half horizontally. And cut. On the fold up towards the corner. One of them is messed up. Okay, one more to cut. Then we go back to ribbons. And these tails are 14 inches long. I'm doing 3 sets of 3 sets of 2. And these are going to be for the bottom, and we'll have to end up putting a couple on top. Just not sure how many. It just depends on the bow and the sign, the bows and the sign, how many we'll need. So I'm not going to cut anything extra now because I don't want to waste any ribbon. Although with so many St. Patrick's projects, I'm sure I will use it, but just to not have so much waste. I don't like waste. Okay, so we have our ribbon bundles. Until later. Now let's make some bows. I don't know what to put on the bottom. We have 6. We have 2 of this. So let's put this one on the bottom. I'm going to make 3 of them, so I'm not going to make the tails very long. Oh, this one's not going to make it. I think that one was open already. Well, either this one isn't needed since we have this glitter one here. We don't need that one. We'll still have 5 ribbons. So we're going to put the green on the bottom. Do about a 7-inch tail. Go ahead and dovetail it. 7-inch tail. with the 6-inch loop. So as I go down, I want to turn the ribbon so that the pretty side is up. If I kept it the same way, the pretty side would have been down. And we're just going to do one loop. So this time I won't do the pretty side down because we want it up so the tail can be seen. And we're still going to do 6 inches on that tail. Dovetail it. We'll do one tail up, one tail down. One loop down, one loop up. So that everything is seen and nice and pretty. And we'll come back and put a middle loop of probably that one. So next, let's put our gingham. And will dovetail. And I like to save some of these in, so when I have to do the signs, I use these pieces of the material from the ribbon for that. And this is the same on both sides, but we'll still turn it. Oh, beautiful. Again, we'll do a 6-inch loop. Turn. Another 6-inch loop. And we'll do 4 loops in this one since this is the pattern that's in the sign that we need to bring out. Okay, we don't need to turn this one. Dovetail. Just 2 loops. And we'll walk this one in a little bit. I messed that up a little bit because I pulled my loop in. There we go. pulled it up from under me a second time. Pretty bow. I'm gonna put the stripe in. And then our main attraction. Stripes are always so much fun. And we'll bring this one in just a pinch. Turn to our good side. Just one loop. I'll have to turn this one. Look how gorgeous this bow is already. So much texture. Okay, so I should have been lining these up just how we use them. So when we make the next bows, it won't be hard. So first we use green. Then we use the gingham. Then the gold. Then the stripe. And just one loop. Bring back the star attraction, the gingham. Nice little loop. Okay, there's the bow. Put my pipe cleaner behind, grab it with my fingers, bring it across the front, lift my thumb, place it on there, turn my hand like I'm going to tell time, pull my pipe cleaner through, and even them up while I still have pressure with my thumb, and I get them nice and even. That's not how you do it, but you get them nice and even. Then you take your dominant hand and you put it as close as you can. Let go with your non-dominant hand and push with your non-dominant while you pull with your dominant and twist. And here's your bow. And you can fluff it up once it gets on there. That's one bow. You need to make 3 more just like it. But this time we're going to move at a little bit more speed because we know what direction we're going. Same way. Just conclude. And what I'm doing is going ahead and I always mostly use dovetail. So I'm just leaving this in at a dovetail, which will save time for whenever you want to use the ribbon next. And we did 4 of this loop. Two of this loop. And also bringing it in some. Oh, I did that wrong. The cream gold was next. Two loops of this one as well. Okay, we're lifting the bow. Thumb over the center. Make sure you're sticking, you find that hole right there, and you stick your pipe cleaner straight down, because sometimes I put my pipe cleaner down, and as soon as I touch my bowl, something didn't make it under the pipe cleaner. Okay, so I grab it with my finger back here again, bring it across my thumb, put my thumb on the top, turn it around like I'm telling time. Take my pipe cleaners, even them off with my dominant hand, get as close as I can. And with my non-dominant hand, I'm pushing and I'm pulling with the dominant and twisting. And there's the bow. One more time. And I'm not handling this ribbon with respect. I'm squishing my ribbon up. Four loops. Two loops. Black and white, 2 loops. This V is not deep enough for me. That's not a deep enough dovetail for me. So that's why I've been recutting them, because whenever I did it, when I did the last cut, I didn't do it deep enough. That time is deep enough. To the middle loop. Okay, I threw it on the floor. Okay, pulling the last bow off, grabbing it with my thumb. Didn't get it all, but it's okay. Let's pick that up. It does not feel that secure. It's not looking good right here. Okay, there we go. Oh, excuse me. Brought my eye too hard. Okay, that's the bow. These are the tails. Let's bring the wreath back. Put the sign on. This is a big form. I didn't really realize it was a 16-inch. So we're going to do it in the middle. I have to. Let's see if I can squeeze it down a little bit more without damaging it. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I just went straight down under the mesh. Well, one went under the mesh. We're going to put this one through the mesh. There we go. And grab the other side. Up. That would happen, right? All the ribbon tails would fall on the ground. I don't want it to smash. Just want it to float on top. So these are not long enough. So I'm going to take one, cut it in half, and attach it to the ends to give it some length. And sometimes you're going to run into problems. You just got to know how to fix them. Okay. Now we have some long. This one we can just go straight down right here. Trying to go through the mesh, but it's a cruffle right there, so the cruffle ain't having it. Ooh, now I made it super long. Okay. Now let's do this side. I don't want the sign to move. It's not tight enough. Is it? Okay. Got to take it apart. Instead of going straight like this, I need to bring it down. And then bring that one up. And that'll give it more tension so that it's not rocking. Okay. This time, this one is going to go up. I don't want to pull on it too much. But a little tension. And let's make sure this side don't need any tightening. Okay. Now see the difference? It might be a little loose on that side, but it is not loose on this side at all. So I'm going to tighten these down all the way. So I'm satisfied with that. Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. It's time for your girl to go to bed. Because I got to go to work tomorrow. Angie B, got to go to bed. But we're going to finish this. We should almost be done. Okay. We'll do these the same way. Do them opposite. But it creates a little more tension and holds it still. I poked myself. I don't want it to smash though. Okay, now look at that. It's not nearly as much give as it was before. Okay, let's add these ribbon tails. Then we can add the ribbon. The glitter head. This one. Fold it in half. Scrunch it in the middle. Curl it, bend it up. And put it inside of an outer bundle. And I'm just going to wrap the tie back. It's green. It doesn't matter if it shows or not. Fluff her on up. Go to the next bundle, which we'll do. Did I do that right? Yeah, this and this go together for the contrast of that. Perhaps. I think I did something wrong. Because this can't go with that. That's not going to look good. But the two glitter can go. That doesn't necessarily look good. I had this worked out. What did we say, y'all? Anybody remember? Nobody's on. I think the gingham and this went. The gold can't go with the white. It's not going to look good. So the black has to go with that. And then the white has to go. The glitter has to go with that one. But we'll leave that one for now. Okay. So the next one is the green and the gingham. All right, I'm tracking now. Pushing the ribbon tails all the way down to the base. Bending the ties back so that they don't scratch the door or so that they're not seen since they're pine. But they're green, so they blend in. So folding it in half, curling it up with my finger, scrunching it in the center, bending it forward, pushing it all the way into the deep into the base. till it hits the bottom. Twist it off a good 3 or 4 times. And depending on what your tie looks like, you can curl it, you can cut it, you can roll it back. I roll mine back. One more tie and our bottom is complete. One more tail and our bottom is complete. Find the center, curl it. Squinch up in your center. Bend it forward around your fingers. Place it deep into the tie. So it hits the bottom. Then tie it off. There's the bottom. Now we need to add the bows on the top. So we don't want the bow to take up too much of the sign, cover up too much of it. So this right here looks great. Take my ties, go down, find me a spot. And once I grab my ties, I'm gonna lift my wreath all the way up because I don't want to mess up my tails that I just put down. And I'll tie off my bow. Not pulling it down too deep so that it's smashed into the wreath. Make sure it's okay. It's still looking good. Twist that off. And then I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to wrap it around the frame. Just wrapping it around the frame. And I scrunch it together tight, which puts more pressure on it so that it won't go anywhere. Sit it down. Get it how I want it to be. Make sure you're not leaning on your tails so you don't have to go back and refluff those. Beautiful, if I do say so myself. Okay, so I might have to trim this one or pull it around or something. Just pull it around here. Okay. So let's place the bottom bow. Okay, we're going to go down and find the base right in here. Lift all the way up. Check the top. Make sure you haven't pulled your bow down too far. Nope. Lift all the way up and twist it off. Don't want it too loose, but you don't want it sinking into the wreath either. And then I'm just wrapping it around the frame. All right, let's add this last bow. I don't want to speak too soon, but my girls are being so good tonight. Okay, I got it. So I'm lifting straight up. They laying on their couch together. They're not chasing lizards and imaginary stuff, barking at the moon. Too much space right there. This did not work out well. There we go. Okay. Oh, both loops don't need to go over there. Okay, so we do need at least one. Look at that. Came right up. Came right up. I gotta get my nails cut. Okay. Let me take this one apart too. Okay. Now we had to sign them. Okay. So we need at least one, two, let's do three. Three more tails, so that's one set of each. All right, that's the last of the tails. That we'll need. We'll get some embellishment, some flowers, something to put on there, and we'll be done. All right, let's bring the wreath back. Tail deep into the wreath. Then you tie back, or cut it, or curl it. Take care of your tie. And this one is tricky because it's way up under the sign. But you still want to make sure you get it deep all the way down to the base. Touch the bottom. And regardless, you still want to take care of that tie. Twist it back so that it's not seen. And one more and a couple embellishments. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm trying to think of a way I could take that big sign. I don't know if you can see it, but it says home. And I want to make a swag out of that. And I'm trying to think, what can I attach to the top to make that into a swag? And that's what took me so long to get on live today, because I was in here playing with that thing and messing with it and messing with it. Okay, let's get out some embellishments. Have some clovers. some of these flowers that could go on there. Let's use about 3 of those. And some coins. Maybe we can add a couple of these. Let's see how it looks. This is why I'm supposed to put stuff back, so I'll be able to find it. Now we're looking for the wire cutters. Here they are. Okay. That was way too much glue. Oh, I'm tired. Loads of Luck has a lot of 4-leaf clovers. It does not have any coins. So I don't think it would be appropriate to introduce a coin into a situation that does not have any coins. So let's just go with some of these clovers. Hmm. I almost shouldn't have put those if I was going to put these. Okay, that's going to be our flower placement. Got one more spot. I can put some flowers. Some right there. I think that's it. All we got to do is get those in place. And I think she's staying. You know, just weirdly sticking this up under here. Oh, crap. Okay. Now, where were you? I think you were right here. I don't know if you need to be there, but okay. So we got 2 of these in there. We need to put 3 because that's lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think as long as it's odd numbers. Okay, this is the last one, and we are done. Did you want to go outside? Was you gonna ask? Come on, go outside. We're ready to go to bed. Penny, you want to go too? You want to go outside, Penny? You want to go outside? Outside? No? Okay. Now she want to go outside. Are you going outside? Pop, come on back. Okay, so the wreath is finished. Loads of luck. Loads and loads of luck. And this is what it looks like. It'll be on Etsy. It's a little bigger than the normal ones. It's on a 16-inch frame instead of a 14-inch. So it'll be on Etsy. Loads of luck. Okay. So please subscribe to my YouTube page at Naomi and Me Creations. Follow me on Facebook at Naomi and Me Creations. And visit my Etsy shop at Naomi and Me Creations. You can also call me at 864-800-3003 for custom orders or to buy anything that you've seen or, something that you see on Etsy shop and you don't quite want to use Etsy. You can give me a call. So thanks for your time today, and hope you hang one of my wreaths pretty soon or gift one of my wreaths. Thank you, and have a great day tomorrow. Hey, YouTube. So, we always have our personal time together after I've ended all the other streams. Still trying to get my 50 subscribers. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes on this wreath. This wreath took a while, but I think it's really beautiful. Well, it's really beautiful. It turned out to be prettier than what I thought. I didn't have any idea where I was going with it, just sitting around trying to design it. And it was hard for me to design it because I was thinking about a swag. I really want to make a swag. I haven't made a swag before. So I want to make my first swag with you all probably tomorrow. And let me show you real fast some things I bought just to try out the swag. I thought about these because they're long. Home Sweet Home. Welcome. And the Luck of the Irish. So I'm doing a little bit of research to see how I can use these to make them into a swag. I'm thinking I can attach the pipe cleaners on the back coming out where I want the mesh to come out. But I would still want some mesh to sit underneath to kind of lift it, like when you do your sign. But I'm thinking that's how I can do it. Just attach the pipe cleaners and have the mesh going all around and build on it like that. Or I'm thinking I could cut a paint stick and attach it to the top, attach it to the bottom, and build it that way. So I'm researching, trying to find out because I want to start making some swags, and I want to start out where it won't cost a lot to make some errors. Um, yep. So let's have some fun doing that tomorrow. Thank you. And remember, when I get those 50 subscribers, I do have something great planned for all 50 subscribers. One person's going to enter and get something big, but all 50 are going to get it. So make sure you subscribe. Excuse me. I'm tired. I've stayed up past my bedtime because I couldn't sleep. Well, good night.